Everything around us is constantly speaking. The wind whispers through the trees. The waves sing their eternal song. Even the stars in the sky pulse with ancient rhythms. But most of us do not listen. We are too busy, too distracted. We believe that wisdom comes only from books, from teachers, from experts. But the greatest teacher of all is the universe itself. The universe speaks a silent language, one that does not use words. It communicates through patterns, through cycles, through the flow of time. The rising and setting of the sun, the changing of the seasons, the beating of our own hearts, these are all messages. If we learn to tune in, to truly listen, we can begin to understand. Have you ever sat by a river and watched the water flow? It never stops. It does not struggle. It simply moves, finding its path, naturally. When it meets a rock, it does not fight it. It flows around it, over it, shaping it with time. The river does not resist change. It embraces it. This is wisdom. Life will bring obstacles, but we do not need to resist them. We can learn to move with them, to adapt, to let go. Silence is the key to understanding. In our modern world, we are surrounded by noise, phones buzzing, televisions talking, people rushing. But real wisdom is found in quiet places. When you sit in silence, you begin to hear things you never noticed before. The sound of your breath, the beating of your heart, the thoughts passing through your mind, like clouds in the sky. This is where true awareness begins. The Buddha once said, "Silence is an empty space. Space is the home of the awakened mind." In other words, when we allow silence into our lives, we create space for wisdom to enter. We begin to notice the rhythm of life itself. Tonight, when the world is quiet, step outside. Look at the stars. Feel the cool air on your skin. Listen to the silence. The universe is always speaking. The question is, are you listening? The modern world is full of noise. Everywhere we go, we are surrounded by voices, advertisements, and endless streams of information. Our phones vibrate with messages, our screens flash with news, and our minds are constantly processing. It is easy to believe that being informed means being wise. But wisdom is not about knowing more. It is about understanding what truly matters. Imagine standing in a crowded marketplace where people are shouting, selling, arguing. It is difficult to hear your own thoughts. Now, imagine stepping away from the noise into a quiet temple, a peaceful garden, or even a simple room with nothing but silence. In that moment, your mind settles. You begin to see things clearly. This is the difference between a life filled with distractions and a life guided by true awareness. One of the greatest teachings in Buddhism is mindfulness, the practice of being fully present. When we are mindful, we do not simply react to the noise around us. We observe it, but we are not controlled by it. We choose what to focus on, what to let go of. Think about the ocean. On the surface, the waves are restless, moving constantly. But deep beneath, the water is calm, undisturbed. Our minds are the same. The surface is full of thoughts, worries, and distractions. But if we learn to go deeper, we find stillness. We find clarity. So how do we break through the noise? First, we must recognize it. Notice how often you reach for your phone. Notice how quickly your mind jumps from one thought to another. Then, take a breath. Slow down. Even in the middle of a busy day, you can create moments of silence. Try this. The next time you drink tea or coffee, Do nothing else. No phone, no conversation, no distractions. Just focus on the warmth of the cup in your hands, the aroma, the taste. Be fully present. In that small moment, you are tuning in to life itself. When we quiet the noise around us, we begin to hear something deeper, our own wisdom, our own truth. The universe is not shouting, it is whispering. And when we learn to listen, we discover that everything we need is already within us. Life is always moving. The seasons change, rivers flow, the moon waxes and wanes. Nothing stays the same. And yet, as humans, we often resist change. We hold on to what is familiar, fearing the unknown. But the universe teaches us a different way, to move with the flow, not against it. Have you ever watched birds flying in formation? They do not struggle against the wind. They ride it. When the wind changes, they adjust. They trust the flow. In the same way, when we resist life's changes, we create suffering. But when we accept them, we find peace. Buddhism teaches that suffering comes from attachment, holding on to things, people, or ideas, as if they will never change. But everything changes. A flower blooms and fades. A wave rises and falls. The key to living in harmony is not to cling, but to appreciate. Enjoy the moment while it is here, and when it passes, let it go with gratitude. Think about water again. If you try to hold on to it tightly, it slips through your fingers. But if you open your hands, it rests gently in your palm. Life is the same. When we stop trying to control everything, we begin to move naturally, with the rhythm of the universe. So, how do we practice this in daily life? First, we must recognize where we are resisting. Are we afraid of change? Are we holding on to anger, regret, or expectations? Once we see this, we can begin to release it. Try this. The next time something unexpected happens, a delay, a mistake, a disappointment, pause for a moment. Instead of reacting with frustration, take a breath and ask yourself, can I flow with this instead of fighting it? Even small changes in our perspective can bring great peace. When we live in harmony with the universe, life becomes lighter. We stop struggling against what is and start moving with what is meant to be. The universe has a rhythm, and when we learn to tune into it, we find that everything is exactly as it should be. The wisdom of the universe is always present. It speaks through silence, through nature, through the quiet moments of our daily lives. But to hear it, we must learn to slow down, to let go of distractions, and to trust the natural flow of life. Each of us has a journey, one that is unique, yet connected to everything around us. Sometimes the path is clear, and other times it is uncertain. But just as the sun rises without fail, just as the tide follows the pull of the moon, we too are guided by a greater rhythm. There is no need to rush. There is no need to force. When we move with awareness, we find that life itself is our teacher. Wisdom does not come from seeking more, but from seeing more. Seeing what is already here. A simple breath, a moment of silence, the warmth of sunlight on your skin. These small things are not small at all. They remind us that we are part of something vast, something timeless. If these thoughts have resonated with you, I am deeply grateful. It is a privilege to share this space with you. To those who have taken the time to like this video, to subscribe to the channel, to leave thoughtful comments, or to support through Super, thanks. Thank you. Your kindness and engagement create a place where we can reflect and grow together. May you continue to walk your path with peace. May you find stillness in the midst of movement and clarity in the quiet moments of life. The universe is always speaking. May you always find time to listen.